be an excellent addition to your collection in the vault. Register a Flareon V 14 karat. Ah, my friend, welcome to the Arinar City Bank. As always, it is my pleasure to see you again. How might I help you today? Are you opening another account? Or perhaps a withdrawal? Deposit even? A deposit. Quite excellent. Let me go ahead and get you signed in. Identification will not be necessary. Not for customers like you. And yes, first name basis, of course. Has any of your billing information changed since our last meeting? Excellent. And your reason for visit is deposit. As usual, your accumulation of wealth is quite impressive even for a bank branch as prestigious as this one. You most definitely stand above the rest. Now, the only other question that I have for you today is, what type of deposit will you be making? Gold, Pokémon, valuables, gems, jewels of any sort? A bit of everything today. Excellent. All right, well, let us begin, shall we? How would you like to begin your deposit? With your Pokemon, of course. I will take whatever Pokeball you have brought with you today. Thank you. Luxury ball. I would have guessed as such. Your prestige and quality of Pokemon items and merchandise is bar none. What, if I may indulge, what Pokemon do you have inside? A Celebi. Very, very impressive. I won't even ask how you managed to get your hands on such a species. I know far too well that your methods are exquisite. Of course, any run-of-the-mill fool can store their Pokemon in a PC system or something insecure like that, but as we do know, there are nefarious groups who can easily hack such systems. That is why customers such as yourself tend to store their most prized Pokemon in a bank like this one. Of course, our security is not to be matched, and your Celebi and Luxury Ball, as well as your plethora of previously deposited Pokemon, will be quite safe and ready for your retrieval at your beck and call. Let's get to this Pokemon ready for transport to our vault. And let me go ahead and register that deposit. We have one Celebi. Can I have the identification number just to verify that no one else lays hands on your Celebi? Excellent, thank you. All right. And what is the next order of business for this deposit? Ah, gold. Excellent. Allow me. You are never without a large, sizable chunk of gold, and I can see that this particular meeting has yielded similar results. I will go ahead and count out your gold here and make sure that I register the proper amount. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Your lucky number. 7 pieces of standardized gold. I, no doubt, am sure that this is not nearly all of the gold that you have on your person, but perhaps the loose change that you would like to be saved for later to accumulate interest. I thought so. I will get this registered and prepared for transport to the vault immediately. We have 7 pieces of standard gold to be deposited. And which account would you like that in? Ah, the frivolous funds account. Quite excellent. And would you like a status update on that account? Of course, I can check your balance. I think you will be quite pleased that your balance has surpassed the 5 million mark. I thought you might be pleased with that. Would you like to initiate a transfer to any of your other accounts? No, not at this time. Perfect. All right. And what is the next item to be deposited? Ah, all right. You have some gold-plated cards. Ah, I have not seen these in, well, since a rare occasion where we had a prince from the Hoenn region grace us with his presence. But I can say these are quite rare and oh so valuable. May I take a look and count how many you have brought here with you? Perfect, thank you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. And these cards, they have a decent weight to them. I estimate at least 14 karat. I thought so. A common plating option on cards as rare as these, but one of the most valuable options. Let me go ahead and inspect these pieces to make sure that you get the proper value for what you have brought. I will use my magnifying glass. I'm just looking for any defects or anything that would lend itself to a counterfeit. Not that we would ever assume that you would bring anything like that in, but of course some charlatans try to take advantage of poor souls such as yourself. We do have a Charizard. That is quite nice. I know you're proud of this one. Not surprised that you brought it in for deposit. Let's go ahead and take a look. Beautiful. As to be expected, I will set that to the side. Let me go ahead and log that in. We have a 14 karat Charizard base set. Quite valuable. Alright, we do have that registered. And on to the next card. We do need to check the back. Make sure that that gold plating is legitimate before we go go ahead and initiate the deposit. Excellent. And a Flareon V. Very impressive. Let's go ahead and check and make sure that all is as it should be. Beautiful. That plating is exquisitely distributed across the face of the card. I know that will be an excellent addition to your collection in the vault. I will go ahead and set that there with your Charizard and register a Flareon V 14 karat. Quite impressive indeed. Alright. And next. A beauty. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Sometimes with these gold-plated items, the gold can become quite thin over time, but it looks like these have been excellently and masterfully cared for. And a Mewtwo EX. Yes, quite lovely. You have done well in your collections, my friend. This will be a beautiful addition to that overflowing vault that you already possess. Perfect. Let me go ahead and get that registered. A 14 karat Mewtwo EX to be deposited immediately to the vault. Alright. And let's go ahead and check the back of your next gold card. Perfect. And a Mew V. Very elegant, very expensive, and quite fitting for your collection. You have done very well today. A Mew V for the vault. 14 karat Mew V gold-plated card. And next, having 6 of these gold-plated cards at once is not only unheard of, but, well, I must say now you are just showing off a bit, but at a bank, that's what we love. And let's go ahead and we have a cosplay Pikachu Mega Charizard Y. What a beautiful card. And yes, as the others, in perfect condition and excellent plating around the edges, the most common area for imperfections. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A cosplay Pikachu Mega Charizard Y, 14 karat gold plated, of course. Initiated for deposit. And your final card. A smooth transition between the lettering and the textured portion of the gold. Quite hard to do this elegantly. And we have a Pikachu VMAX, a fitting end to your gold collection. Let's go ahead. I know at this point I am wasting my time looking for defects, but rules are rules. Excellent. No problems there with any of those cards. And your Pikachu VMAX 14 karat gold plated card is registered for deposit. Of course, those will be housed in your collection vault, along with your Celebi luxury ball, and will be available for withdrawal at your choosing. And what else do you have for us today? Ah, some gems. Always a welcomed addition to any collection in our vaults. May I? Yes, allow me. Always stunning to lay eyes on freshly cut and finely crafted gems. These gemstones looks like amethyst, sapphire, and a ruby. I must say, this is one of the most elegantly refined and hand-picked collection for deposit that you have brought us in some time. I think you will be the talk of the town if word got out on just how valuable your estate has become. But of course, those details are completely confidential here at the bank. I'm sure, though your reputation still precedes you. Let's start with the examination process. I will start with the ruby. We will look for any discoloring or cloudiness in the gemstone, and then assess a value for your deposit. Of course, you can exchange any of these gemstones for gold equivalent, or simply keep them in your vault for safekeeping. That looks perfect, and let's go ahead and take a closer look. Beautiful ruby there. Let me go ahead and get that logged. 1 grade 10 ruby. 10, of course, being the highest. And your sapphires. That beautiful, brilliant blue is always a sight to behold, especially when one is fortunate enough to hold one in their hand, like I am today. I love the coloring of this particular gemstone, and the quality of this particular piece is stunning and beautiful. Another grade 10. 1 grade 10 sapphire for deposit for our esteemed guest. And to the next sapphire. We do have a slight cloudiness here on the edge, but nothing to scoff at when assessing value, nonetheless. Still quite a beautiful stone. Let's take a look. Very beautiful indeed. Though not a 10 grade, I think you will still be pleased with a 9. 1 grade 9 sapphire for deposit, and on to the amethyst. A subtle purple coloration a favorite of the Kanto Elite 4 member Agatha, most notably and most likely a reminder of her Gengar partner. And this amethyst is indeed a gorgeous gemstone. All right, we have another 10 for your storeroom of wonders and splendor. One grade 10 amethyst. And lastly, your remaining amethyst. I do see perhaps one or two cloudy areas, but still a beautifully cut gem. Do you know where these are sourced from? Really, the Sinnoh region. I have heard they are quite adept at their underground mining facilities, and by the looks of these gemstones, that reputation is well deserved. Well, this is a grade 8, but still, like I said, a gorgeous, gorgeous stone. One grade 8 amethyst. All right. And is there anything else you would like to deposit today? Excellent. Well, I cannot thank you enough for gracing us with your presence once again, and I look forward to personally ensuring that your collection remains safe and secure. Is there anything else I can do for you? Thank you. Please have a wonderful rest of your evening, and please join us again anytime. Of course.